Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, Most Reverend Ignatius Kaigama, has addressed the allegations on cyberspace that he has compromised his stand for the truth. He stated clearly that the visit to the presidency was for the good of the nation, and he spoke specifically about the abductions of priests.
I said I experienced this type of assault on social media last week. From nowhere, I was pronounced guilty by some users of the social media as one who does not care or who does not wish to condemn the fact that Christians are being killed in Nigeria. That was an allegation against me. And my offense was that I visited President Tinubu. The God I serve knows where I stand when it comes to defending human rights and the promotion of the sacredness of life and the dignity of the poor. I have preached consistently that no one has the right to take another person's life for whatever reason. Only God has that right. Mr. President is a human being. He needs somebody to help him, to accompany him, to enlighten him, and to remind him. Because most of those who are working with him would not have the courage to say what I would say to him. I have met him, this is the third time. The first time was to talk about certain things. The second time was when priests were kidnapped, left, right, and center. My people in villages here were kidnapped and taken away. There were 7 priests in detention. I had to just force my way to the president and tell him something is wrong. And we met, only 2 of us. And then I came out. I said nothing to the media, but I had sent the message to him.
Archbishop Kaigama also recounted the various platforms and instances where he has consistently defended the poor and spoke against the violence in Nigeria.
I have been working as a priest for 44 years, and I work with the poor and for the poor. I condemn injustice and the taking of human life, and I am consistent in calling to task the civil authorities on behalf of the jobless youth. And now the social media, just for one visit that they don't even know about, they spread the news around that you have gone up north with the president and so on. And I want to say, I don't want to tell you what I have done as president of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria, elected twice, and as president of the West African Bishops' Conference, elected twice. I have gone round the whole of West Africa talking about the sacredness of life, defense of life, the rights of people and all that. And in the United Nations in 2019, I was invited on the 1st of March to have a panel discussion with some others from different parts of the world on the issue of religious freedom. And I talked specifically about the situation in Nigeria, how people are being killed, how it's not possible sometimes to worship and even to get land to buy, to build churches and so on in different parts of the world of Nigeria. So these are all evidence before you that I have been consistent in my defense of the poor and in defense of life. And all those social media critics.
He went on to forgive his false accusers and called for caution in the utilization of cyberspace.
Since Advent is also a time for forgiveness, I forgive those who, without knowing about me and my work, have hastily categorized and condemned me. And with very insultive words. And they don't only limit that to me, even to people who are higher than me. I say, what is becoming of this social media? The culture of respect is vanishing, is evaporating. And those of you who believe that the social media has given you the authority or the immunity to insult others without good cause, just because you read a grabbing headline and you don't care to do any in-depth research, I'm telling you, be careful. You will run into trouble. You will get into trouble someday when the law of defamation of character is pursued by those injured by your uncharitable and unedifying comments. Don't just write anything that comes to your mind or fabricate stories to garner likes or to gain cheap popularity. I tell you, you will suffer for that someday. I forgive you all, including those priests. They were the priests who forgot the philosophy and logic they studied in the seminary. And they just joined the bandwagon. And they are easily swayed by emotional headlines to assassinate other people's character and so on. I say to those priests, you should be examples, you should be models, not behaving in a puerile manner like these young fellows. Your use of social media should be ethical and rational.